Hey guys, hope you're having a great day as well as a great life.
So excited.
Checking out some Bad Company. Long overdue.
Bad Company. Which, honestly, listen, a lot of titles in the world. I like that they're keeping it simple.
Yep. And you guys have said this is the same singer from Free, Paul Rogers.
Freaking cool. I liked him in that.
Yep, and this was the main one you guys asked for. I think it was this one and like Shooting Star, I believe. But we decided to start with their self-titled track. It just seemed like the place to start.
There's got to be some sauce in it if you name your band after the song.
You would think so. You would think so. Absolutely.
So before we get started, remember, we're doing polls every Friday. To vote in them, we've had people say they can't find them. You have to be subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, you won't be able to vote in the polls to pick songs. So,
absolutely.
That being said, hit that. Let's get into it. Okay. Yeah, dude. That like slide bass. Not slide bass, but you know what I mean.
Company, always on the run. Destiny is a rising sun.
That was good.
I was born
Dude, so tasteful.
In my hand, behind a gun, I make my final stand.
Gosh, I love this emotion.
That's why they call me Bad Company, and I can't deny.
I can't deny.
Bro, that rocks.
Bad Company, till the day I die. Till the day I die. Till the day I die. Rebel souls, deserters we are called.
I love how chill it is in the verses.
Yeah,
Chose a gun and threw
And that, like, octave piano.
away the sword.
Octave piano is really cool.
Now these towns, they all know our name. Six gun sound
Love that.
is our claim to fame.
Almost like it was like a bullet whizzing past.
I can hear them say, Bad Company, and I won't deny. Bad Company, till the day I die. Yeah, till the day I die.
I love the snare.
Bad Company, I can't deny. Bad Company,
Gosh, it's so good.
till the day I die. And I said, Bad Company, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Bad Company, till the day I die. Oh yes, said I'm young and I'm free. Oh, but I'm bad company.
I love those like extra snares.
Dirty for dirty,
like turning it up.
Yeah, I know. That's a very tasteful fade.
Yep. So checking out Bad Company.
Amazing first song, I think.
I think in terms of what they were trying to do, they literally accomplished just that.
I feel like I'd actually heard a modern band do a cover of this song.
Really?
I don't know what the band was. I just feel like sometime in like my middle school career, I had a friend show me like this song itself felt familiar.
Okay.
But it was like a hard rock band that covered it.
Okay.
Like I don't know what. I'm sure somebody will know in the comments. I really, really like it.
So me too. The biggest thing I have to say about the song is the vocals. So my vocal coach, he preaches this all the time. He says the difference between a good singer and a great singer is your vowels, your open vowels, and how you sell those vowels and how you really like get the most out of them, and just like open your mouth when you sing, you know, because I always have the thing where it's like I'm like clenched up a little like too much tension. He's like, no, open it up, open your airway, let the sound flow. And it sounds like that's exactly what he's mastered. He knows his voice. He's totally like letting the vowels flow, and it just sounded so smooth.
On that point, whenever I cut vocals for a song, whether it's for my stuff or I'm doing it for somebody else, I love having my bass player Chad there because he's a really, really good person as far as like getting somebody to sing better and getting emotion out of somebody. And one of his biggest things is like singing where they can like hear your facial expressions, which is kind of what you're saying, where it's like you can hear him like if he's smiling or yelling or whatever, like you can feel that energy in what his mouth is doing, which I think is really cool. It definitely comes across in this. And I loved his dynamic range as far as him being able to belt these powerful, like full-bodied rock and roll highs, and then also have these like almost where he would just fall off the edge of a cliff, just these runs that would kind of meander down, and it was just really, really well done.
Then he just brings it back, and he's also like he's a classically just phenomenal singer, and then he can also just belt that with that soul, you know. So it's like I can do both.
Super good.
You know?
Loved the drum tone. I loved the dynamic ranges from like the verse to the chorus. How simple the drumming was when it needed to be simple, like just the one hi-hat and like the like just on the quarter notes, you know.
The word is just tasteful, you know. You can tell they weren't trying too hard with the song. I haven't heard any other songs, but it's just a really cool sound. If this is the first song you hear from a band, and this is our first song here from them, it's just a great song. I think it represents like that's a song where it just represents them well. You know, anybody hears it, it's like you can't hate on it. It's just a good song.
It's a good song. Here's what I will say: the only thing that I felt slightly let down by, because other than that I thought it was really a perfect song, was into the chorus. The drumming section, like leading into it, was great, and the vocals were great, but something about it fell short of where I thought it was going to go.
In terms of like when it was building up into that dynamic shift,
like the bump, like it just didn't land with as much energy. And like I thought, I guess is the best way I can describe it. Like you're in this valley the whole time in the verse, right?
Yep.
And
smooth,
at a certain dynamic range, and then he does his build up, and you think it's gonna be here.
Yep.
That's where it's gonna end up, and it feels like it falls just short of there.
It's almost like when you're like bending up to a note, but you purposefully kind of like go right under that note just to give that.
And
that
so
thing.
I think maybe it's the guitar tone that did that.
I think it was absolutely the guitar tone. I think just that fuzz feel, it felt very thick and murky to where almost like, and it seemed purposeful because that was like the only real part of the song where the guitar tone went that thick with the fuzz. I think.
No, I agree.
Like as he hit like that last bah into the chorus, it's like.
Yeah, I think I just missed some like bite or some cutting, like some of that high end.
They made you think it was going to be like a super bright bah into the chorus, and it was just like murky. You know?
So either way, really liked it. That was just the one. If I had to have like a nitpick of like that, like every time it pulled into it, I was like, but I just want it to be like that little bit more.
A super bright, brilliant like shift into the chorus.
Not even super bright, just enough where it's like I think it's going to be here, but it like undercut it just a little bit.
Enough to really they satisfy what you thought they're about to sell you. I know exactly what you mean.
Either way.
With that, what are we going to rate the song, man?
Dude, I think it's an A+. You
think it's an A+?
I think it's an A+.
Huh. I was initially thinking A, so I want you to kind of sell me why you think it's like an A+ versus an A.
Okay, so
I'm leaning into it a little bit just because of those open vowels and just his vocal work, but like, go ahead.
I think his vocal work was incredible, and I think it's an A+, at least in my head, for just how tastefully everything was done. It makes it an incredibly catchy song. And it's got these really cool, passionate blues hooks like in the verses, which I think are great.
And it has replayability. Like some songs you hear, it's like you can't always tell. Like, it's like maybe we need some months, but you can just tell this. It might not be all the time, but like it's gonna come back around in your rotation. It just seems one of those songs.
So It just felt awesome. I just thought there was very, very little that I had complaint about. I thought the production was really cool, and it was subdued in a lot of places. And even like I mentioned it, I don't know if you could hear it, but there was a part where like the guitar like whizzed by, right?
Yeah.
It felt, because he's talking about like bullets and like being a soldier or something, like that's kind of the vibe that I got.
Yeah.
And so it even felt like somebody shooting a gun past you, like a bullet flying by.
That way. That makes sense though.
So it just felt tasteful and cool, and everything felt very put together well. There was nothing that stood out to me as like this was done in a non fully thought out way. So I just thought it was, yeah.
That's very fair. I respect your A+. I'm going to give it A only because I think from this song, they have other cuts, because this is their title track.
Yeah.
They have other cuts that are going to make it like an obvious A+, I feel like. So I think I'm going to give this A so that I feel more comfortable giving that fat A+ when I feel like they earned it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But respect the A+ though, a shit ton.
Either way.
Phenomenal song, you know.
Yeah.
You know it's a good song when we're like trying to figure out, is it an A or an A+? Like, is it? You know, that's when you know it's a phenomenal song. It's just a great song. So where do we go next, guys?
Yeah. That being said, comment down below. We'll see you there.